Thoughts from a motherfucking boss, baby. We back at all costs, man. Yeah. Got my snacks for this one. Got a couple documents to read. I watch Dr. Romney as well. I don't want y'all to think that I just be in this motherfucker watching all pimping and gangster shit all the time. No, I'll be watching some real shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be watching some real shit. I'm subscribed to Dr. Romney. I like that shit. The thing about Dr. Romney is first of all, she's not studying what it is to be a narcissist. Dr. Romney's basically writing a book on what it is to be a narcissist. And see, for those of you who don't know what a narcissist is, it's basically a person with an overinflated ego and personality of themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So, let's see. Let's get a true definition. So we ain't misleading the people. A person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Okay. All right, see, that's the definition. A person who basically anybody perceived to bet on themselves could be perceived as a narcissist. So this is a fine line. So like I tell y'all, man, my last relationship, I was going to go into it on some poly shit, which to me, poly is really close to pimping. To me, I cannot tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? Except for to me, in pimping, I feel more respected as a man than I do in poly. And see, now y'all probably be thinking, but y'all thinking in the negative concept of pimping, like, you ain't gotta sell pussy. Like it's a product. The product can be information. People go to school to pay for information in a book. Dr. Romney went to school and now she's writing a book. You think if we really talked to Dr. Romney and broke it all down and knowing what she know now and through, ask her if she learned more at school or through experience. I bet she learns more from this YouTube shit than she ever did at school. So, see, I think a good narcissist will leave you confused, not knowing. So I don't know. Personally, I don't really believe in all these new age terms and shit. I think that all these new age terms is just something that women use to disarm men. You know what I'm saying? Charm and disarm you in their own way. That's how they do us. So for the most part, once you tell a guy that, he try to get soft. Oh, no. Because he worried about, fuck that. If you're a competitive guy, man, you're going to be narcissistic because you're trying to win. Oh, you play basketball. He's a narcissist. All he does is go in the gym and lift and flex in the mirror and see how much. Yeah, nigga, I'm trying to push Shaq around on the fucking court. Hell yeah, I'm lifting. What do you mean? There's money to be made. My family needs to eat. So, I told you I'm serious about this weight gang. Hell yeah, serious about it. I'm getting back to 190 at all costs. Just like these videos at all costs. So, what Dr. Romney's going to talk about right now is a motherfucker playing sick. Y'all ever had a motherfucker playing sick on you? You know what I mean? You ever had a motherfucker that they trying to do everything to get under your skin. Everything. Nothing's working. And now all of a sudden they gotta go to the hospital. Oh, I need to get to the emergency room. What? Boy, I had that shit happen about 4 or 5 times in the last relationship. Not just her, but her son too. Let's see what Dr. Romney got to say, man. This should be interesting.
Hi everyone.
Little reaction video.
Back to this YouTube channel on narcissism. We're gonna do it. Am I the asshole? And this one's a doozy. Let me tell you. And I can't see. I'm not even trying to pretend. Am I the asshole for refusing to go home when my husband told me to? So, this is a woman who's 27, has a husband who's 33. They've been married for 2 years. He has a habit of getting me to leave an event early as soon as he gets bored or sees someone he doesn't like come to the event. She gives the example of her brother. He doesn't outright say it, but he pretends to get sick, that he feels a headache or a stomachache, and he forces me to go home with him. As soon as we leave, he'd immediately go back to normal, and suddenly all of his pain and headache goes away. He then admitted that it's a strategy to get out of boring and undesirable events. The thing is that this has been happening way too often, and I keep falling for it. So you got first time shame on them, right? So we got to just cut these people off at the pass. More importantly, it has impacted my relationship with family and friends.
It does. It does. God don't make mistakes. God don't make mistakes.
The reality of living with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease means you might be dealing with a lot of symptoms, which can change your...
First of all, the reason why that's weak, playing sick like that, is because it does work. You know what I'm saying? And no, you got to be a really fucked up person to not give a fuck about that sickness shit. You got to be a real fucked up person. You know what I'm saying? But that type of shit, it's like, for these type of people, they'll use that excuse they know that your favorite person could be your mom or your auntie or whatever. And every time this person comes and y'all start talking and you're showing more attention, or you seem like you're in a better space talking to this person than you are with them, these motherfuckers will play sick because you gotta leave and now you can't be around this good feeling. They will play sick. That's weak, man.
Times that he could go home by himself if he doesn't feel comfortable at an event and not trick me into going home with him. That's good. He told me that I had to leave with him, otherwise people would ask how he could drive while sick. I told him it's not my problem, and next time he does this, I won't play along. He smirked at me, and we stopped bringing it up. It's scary. 2 days ago was my sister's 18th birthday. It was obviously a huge event since she's the youngest in the family. The husband first said he wouldn't go, then asked me to not go as well because he was feeling sick. Sick from what? Didn't specify. I said no and gave him the option to stay home, but he got dressed last minute and went with me. That's not good. We got there. I went to stay with my parents and saw my sister about 15 minutes. 15 minutes later, the husband came up to me saying he was feeling nauseous and told me to go home from the jump because he was feeling sick. I think stay home from the jump. Got bored and was pretending to be sick to get me. He didn't want to go from the jump. Obviously, just because he didn't like the party. I told him no, and that he needed to stop these games because this was my sister's birthday. He swore he was sick, but I refused to go. He then gave me a nasty stare. Then at dinner, we all sat down to eat, but he didn't. He kept staring, then he started moving in his chair, and a few minutes later, he dropped down and started throwing up near the chair. Everyone got up from their seats, and Dad went to help him up immediately. I couldn't believe it. I just stood there as her mother and father helped him up while he shouted, "She knew I was sick. I told her I was sick and needed to go home, but she just wouldn't believe me. Everyone heard this and stared at me. I felt guilt, shame, embarrassment, especially with how my father looked at me to confirm the statement. It was horrible. Dinner was cut short and I had to drive him home. I got berated by both my family and him, and they called me neglectful and with no empathy to refuse to listen when he told me he was sick. He's been upset with me about what happened and he refused to talk, except to say it was my fault. The party was ruined for everyone. I can't even talk about what my sister thinks of this, since this was her party. Was I really the asshole in the situation? No. I actually think he made himself throw up. It had to be. I think it all adds up, right? He smirked. He thought, next time I'm going to get you. And look at, like, this is the most vomiting, gaslighty
plus
thing I've
one
ever heard in my life.
equals 2.
It's actually this relationship also
Simple
raises a lot of concerns
mother
that that idea of insisting that someone leave with you. So here's again, and it's another example. These have come up with the other MID assholes. Where
he ain't want to go from the jump. 1 plus 1 equals 2 all the time. There's no fucking way you can tell me 1 pack, 2 pack. It's never going to be 3. Simple math, man. Fam didn't want to go from the beginning. He hurried up. He got dressed to hurry up and catch her before she left. He was sick before he left. He got there and got sick. And he threw up. Stuck his finger down his throat. Whatever, my nigga. He didn't want to go from the jump. That's weak.
Somebody very toxic in a relationship expects the partner to come in on their life, right? We've done another one where it was like, come in on the live how much I spent for a house. Here is the other one, come in on the live that I'm sick. Because there's something about like, I don't want you to go, I don't want to go. If I go and I'm bored, I expect you to leave
can't
with
nobody
me,
else either.
and you can't stay, you have to leave with me. That feels isolating, very isolating to me. Like, I'm going to keep you away from everyone, as though if she stays at the party and has fun, but she obviously is going to.
I'm going to pause it right there. And I ain't even going to lie. There's a lot of times I just be watching these videos.
Not the conqueror for nothing. But I'm not conquering retro game.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't really be watching them. I just be listening to them for the information while I be doing other shit, cleaning up in the house or whatever. And I respect Dr. Romney and everything. And I respect everybody. And I don't know, I doubt if I do it. But I don't edit my videos, man. Man, I record this motherfucker straight through and just upload them. I don't think I'm ever going to record them and ever edit them. And I'm a dope editor. Like, I know how to edit, bro. On the real. I know how to edit, bro. So, like, I just think I really think there's some of us that write books. Like, I have a hard time wrapping my head around the concept that I have to go to school and study out of this book to be a brain surgeon. Because the question that I ask is, at what point did they do this brain surgery to figure out how to even put that information in the book? At some point, this ain't just pop up. Somebody had to cut open somebody's head and operate in order to write that shit down. You can't just think, because if that's the case, well then let me tell you some shit that I think is possible that could happen that ain't been proven. But we ain't riding. But at some point, you telling me somebody thought some shit that ain't been proven, wrote it down, and y'all did it? I don't think it worked like that. I think they for sure probably nigga galloping on his camel back in Egypt and shit. Fell off that motherfucker, knocked his head, got some brains leaking, the nigga scooped him, put them bitches back in his head and sold him up. And they say, nigga, what the fuck you just do to him? He walking and shit, man. We for sure. My cousin died like that. And my dad died. My mama and my auntie died like that. But you seen this nigga fall, and it was probably a little kid. It was probably a little kid that seen him. Because they say the child shall lead. Yeah, y'all ain't smokers. I'll get this motherfucker lit right back up. But they say the child shall lead. So now somebody witnessed this motherfucker and he wrote it down. Let me bring it to perspective. Let me dumb it down some. Maybe y'all can understand that this way. Jesus ain't write nothing in the Bible. But he performed all the fucking miracles. How he know how to perform the miracles? The Bible is about him performing the miracles. Where did he learn how to perform the miracles if that's what we reading? Wow. Man, come on, fam. Y'all better recognize, man. There's real shit going on, man. Take this shit to a whole nother level. If I would say you should get you some water, eat you some fruit, man. You right. I do drink water. I'm drinking this protein now because I'm trying to get my weight back up. Everybody stay in your own lane though, man. See, I like this 168, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I like 190. Like total. Everything about me when I was 190 pounds felt right. Everything was lined up. So to me, that's the magic weight. On my ID, it say 187. I was just being funny though, but you know, we'll take that weight to 187. Y'all already know. So every time the police pull me over and they see what time it is, because they trying to they know what time it is. You're checking your stats. Oh, you 6'1", 187? 187. It may be a register, maybe it don't, you know. But all in all, man, somebody had to write them books. Somebody had to do first. That's how I believe. So the concept of the Dark Ages, y'all didn't think we was finna get this deep, did you? I didn't think either, and I'm finna get off after this, though. Because I'm going to leave y'all with something that's finna make y'all research. The Dark Ages. The time period in human history in between, let's say, the Council of Nicaea, the Council of Nicaea, the Council of Nicaea. Because Dr. Umar Johnson say when you repeat things, it sticks with people better. And I just told y'all I'm going to give y'all some things to research, bro. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm lying or not. I'm going to give y'all some things to research. The Council of Nicaea in 323. This is where Jesus was basically created. Take it how you want. Read the documents. See, they had court scribes. You know the motherfucker, y'all watch court TV, y'all been to court. Anything, you know, there's somebody in the courtroom that's just typing. What this motherfucker's doing is typing every single word being said in the courtroom. That's what they do. They've been doing it. Council of Nicaea had someone doing that there then. Probably multiples, because I'm pretty sure they was writing on the scribes. Dipping the feather in the ink and all that shit. Or maybe they wasn't. They could have been using motherfucking tablets, man. Who the fuck knows? You understand what I'm saying? So there's a period from there to basically 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, where we don't really know too much of nothing. They call it the Dark Ages. What they claim really happened was most of the books and knowledge and libraries from Egypt was destroyed. Now, what this would normally do is destroy all the information, which could be a benefit. And I'm going to wrap that to you. I ain't going to take too long getting to the neighbor's house today. So what this would do is dumb the people down. Let's take today, for example. Anybody can be anything they want to be. Anybody can turn this motherfucking video. Take this back. Anybody can find somebody like me and watch my video where I ain't got no views, 1 view, 10 views, less than 1,000 views. Man, you basically a no motherfucking body, and they get 100,000 views, 200, 1,000,000 views in a day, a week or something, and they can take my information and use that and see and make themselves sound like a professional and call themselves Dr. PhDs and Photoshop them some doctorates and hang them up on the wall and all this bullshit. You can do that today. The problem with that is when someone fall off their camel and bust their head and it's time to put them brains back, we gonna see who really scoop them and put them back in the head and sew them bitches together and let that nigga walk. We gonna see. That's when the difference come in, man. This shit got to be in you, not on you, man. You ain't playing with none of these motherfuckers no more, man. It's here, man. My real name means the Poet King. Y'all look that shit up, nigga. I believe in reincarnation, always have. Sprinkles of that shit in the Bible, man. Y'all can't tell me no different, man. You can't tell me no different. Just as much as you think you can prove, so can I, man. So listen. So, with all this abundance of information, that's not good for society. Doctors need to be doctors. Mechanics need to be mechanics. Game spitters need to be game spitters. Kings need to be kings. Gods need to be gods. Don't mix that shit. You can't. It ain't in you. You're a butler. Nigga, wash the fucking dishes. And be happy about that shit. But just because you the king and you eating on them dishes don't mean you got to throw them at the nigga. You could let them sit at the table sometimes, man. It ain't, we all still people. But I guess some of y'all don't understand this shit. And that's why the information, I ain't gonna lie to you. We probably about to go back to another dark age. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's best that we go back to another dark age. Because you motherfuckers can't fake the funk if we in a dark age. Nigga, you gotta be who you are. You gotta be who you are. It's gonna come out you. You ain't got no choice. It's going to come out you. You know how many ladies, and y'all done heard me say this shit in the last couple videos, man. This shit is going on. And I ain't gonna say nothing about it, man. You know how many ladies I done seen still in shopping carts of groceries right now in 2022, nigga? My $100 operational cost a day ain't shit right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm living good. Well, I know I'm above the fall off point. I know for a fact I'm above the fall off point. That's a fact. So 1 + 2, it's always gonna equals 2. Thoughts from a motherfucking boss. I'ma holler at y'all niggas.